Hi, these are going to be some timeless messages. So please keep in mind that these are general messages. They may not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for another. I want to check this video, make sure the audio is working. There it is. Awesome. Okay, so what I was saying, it is a general reading. So it will not resonate with everyone. Please do take what resonates, leave the rest for another to appreciate on their journey. Okay, let's get into the messages. I have Cancer here. So the past is showing up. This is the 4th house. All right. Use your intuition here because this is a lesson in intuition also with Cancer and the past. So something to be mindful about possibly, because I have Saturn here, all right? And Saturn is about being realistic and being concerned. Okay, being realistic and being concerned. And the 10 of Swords flipped over when I was shuffling, pre-shuffling, before the video started. So, putting an ending to these types of things, it looks like. All right, I'm going to continue with my intro and do a little shuffling. Okay, so I do appreciate the support, although not necessary. Okay, and also I have my personal readings open for a short time, and that information is in the description box. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, it's not. I don't think I put anything in the description box. Okay, I'll do that later. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm just going to see what wants to come out. If you want to check out some music increments there on the shorts that I posted for my husband and I and some friends, and I post different things sometimes about that. Alright, so Jupiter, be positive. And be positive about what you think you know about. You got Aries here. These are thoughts and beliefs and how they come together and how the thoughts and beliefs work together. All right. Keep your involvement hidden with philanthropy. All right. That is the 12th house. That is Pisces, and that is also intuition. All right. You have decisions to make here, and then that is like the card of Libra. It is Libra. That's not what I wanted to say. Hang on. This is making clear, balanced decisions. Ones you don't regret in the future. Okay, that kind of decisions. So, taking your time with decisions because this is past coming back around. So, healing is not linear. All right. Again, with keep your involvement hidden with philanthropy. Alrighty. It's about seeking oneness with all there is. So it's about the oneness of creation and connectivity. Connectivity. All right. I have the 5th house with Leo. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned. I'm just going to see what wants to come out in this reading. Excuse me, I'm adjusting in my chair here. All right. Investments, gambles, and games. All right. I don't know. Maybe it's time to have some fun. There's an obsession or a control thing with the fun and the games. So, let's see. I keep shuffling. Let's do this. What wants to come out here for the viewer? Across the viewer. I'm just going to... Interesting. So much fire. Oh my goodness. Aries and Leo again. About 1st house. So we had the 12th house. That's an ending of a complete cycle. So since healing is not linear, it came back around and healing was done. This is who you are, your desires, and your actions. That is taking accountability for actions. This is how you own yourself out in the world. I guess. Something like that. I don't know. So, I have a confrontation. Who you are, confront. And, wow, you're gaining respect here with the sun. So let me see. I've got the first house, Aries, Mars, then that's Aries, and then the Sun, and that's Leo. And I have confront, energize. The Sun is energizing this. I don't know. Your actions are huge right now, and they're making a huge difference. Okay, maybe it's about small actions making huge differences. All right, I think I might name the video that. You never know what kind of impact or what kind of results going to come out of some kind of actions that are meaningful actions. So there's something about meaningful actions occurring because it's creation, energizing creation. Who you are is energizing creation. That's the Sun. This is gaining respect and it's coming to light. Things are bringing, so things, that just can mean anything. And the way I see it is anything under the sun is coming to light, being brought to light. Right, sun as being creation. We have the 11th house. Okay, so this is about your associations, circles of friends, and freedom. And I'm going to highlight the word freedom here, okay? Because this is demonstrating freedom, not just, all right, so it's being the change you want to see, not just talking about it. All right, there's communication here. You know what? Something came up. I want to read it while I was shuffling. Okay, and it says, honor is the only last verdict. Honor is the only last verdict, and that is honor in actions. This communication, Mercury, I just thought again, okay, so Mercury, communications with the associations, and how possibly you gained so much freedom. I don't know, or there are different ways of looking at freedom. Or that's interesting. Aquarius again. What's new and different? I just said there's different ways of looking at freedom. What's new and different? What's being brought to light is going to bring about something lighthearted. I'm feeling after all of this. This feels kind of heavy, and then overcoming. Yeah, wow. And then back to the philanthropy. So the Aquarius was the 11th house. We have the first house. This was part of this gaining light, okay, being lighter or releasing heavy things with that 10 of swords that had come out. Keep your involvement hidden. So these discoveries, it's about naturally coming to light. So there isn't a force needed other than what? As it came from all there is, laws and philosophies, and in a big way. Okay, it's going to happen in a big way here, whatever. It's like you don't need to do anything. It's like here's doing things, but you're, what is this doing things here? Who are you? Who are you? That's the who. Who? Okay, so I'm not going to sing it, but who are you? So we got who are you? The first house. But it actually is who you are. Sorry, I did it again. All right. Getting and using power. Other people's resources. It's on the flip side though. Wait. Oh, life or death issues. Okay, these are like urgent actions. Life or death issues. Urgency. Getting and using power. Okay, so doing things out of because why? Oh, because of what is that? How do I put that? It's rushing something, doing something out of desperation, more of or instead of a balanced decision. Because I talked about decisions. Yeah, what do you think? Do it your own way. Do it your own way here because Or you could be calling your energy back from energy, because I got other people's resources. Leo's here. 8th house is Scorpio, and 6th house is Virgo. Impressing a little at a time. Okay, so this coming is being brought to light a little at a time because you took a chance on something. Who or what is around you is concerned with some kind of laws or philosophies. Yield. It's like a forced yield. Somebody's making a decision to stop something. Instead attract good times. Wait, I'm sorry, I don't know why I was going to put that in. With South Node, okay, that I felt that. So South Node, trouble, anxiety from the circle of friends that I picked up on before, and you're learning, growing, and expanding from it. So you're seeing a different perspective. That's okay. So what is this trouble, and what's new and different about what's coming to light? So what are you learning about that? Reactions. Much reactions with the anxiety and the trouble. So it's like you have to go through the 9 of Swords to get to the 10 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is anxiety, worry, and trouble. And then there's reactions, and then there's something being brought to light for a very good reason with the circle of friends. I said that. Okay, so these discoveries bring about new, you got, what is it? You have the ability to make decisions based on new information. So you're able to be open to something that, explain that. So you're open to something. Analyzing healing methods, be open to healing methods. The sun is very healing. So something about overanalyzing though with Virgo energy and the reactions that are caused from that. When you make decisions out of that energy, there's lessons involved there. Alrighty, so we got Capricorn, your destiny, where you're going and your career. And I have overanalyzing. You could be switching it up with Capricorn. Capricorn is very matter-of-factly. Now Virgo, I hear about perfectionism, but usually that stems from some kind of comparisons. A little at a time. Comparing a little, discovering a little at a time. I don't know. Let's see. Temperance in reverse. Okay. Other people's resources. These are reckless decisions because I was talking about and who you are. So on the flip side of that are projections. Okay. This has to do with resources being involved as well. Be reckless decisions with power, resources, or life or death issues. I got the World, number 21. So therefore, we got 2112, Rush, is that being Rush? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Things going in your favor because the universe is seeking to balance itself out always. Four of Pentacles. So other people's resources, power, and Pentacles tells me like strength and strength in reverse. It's running out of resources because I was just talking about the resources and other people's. Okay, so this is running out. So therefore, energy that is looking for healing is actually like amping it up in a different way because with some kind of anxiety and trouble happening. Amen. I said amping it up in a different way. Knight of Wands in reverse and Hangman in reverse. And that was that Pisces energy. Not seeing a higher perspective. Ten of Swords in reverse. About an ending. What's probably in here with this life or death issue, strength in reverse. The strength is here's a decision because of a decision that was made. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Anxiety and trouble due to your decision, your action. Oh, and an action. To move to calmer waters. That action. What else? King of Cups. Could be a water sign. Got the moon here. That is Pisces. Okay, we've got maturity though. This is not carrying trouble and anxiety, I don't believe. Devil in reverse. Not carrying trouble and anxiety with the devil in reverse. So gaining much maturity and not reacting in a predicted way with the Seven of Swords. So maybe there was a predictability or a pattern that had taken place in the past, and when you made a clear other decision, it took that option off the table, and therefore Wheel of Fortune keeps going and it's in your favor. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune again. So the universe has your back. Jupiter and the moon. So Jupiter and the moon could have something to do, and the sun. Oh, so if there's some kind of conjunction with the, I was going to say the Jupiter. With Jupiter, the moon, oh my gosh, the moon and the sun. Astrology. Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay. You put up a boundary possibly. All right. Lovers in reverse. There's that clear choice. You made a clear choice. Or now someone's very indecisive about what they can do. But let's see what this says. Gosh, it's so hard to read why they write like this, and I can't even read it. You are moving on to a steady and reliable path. All right, and this is packing and moving, and you are moving into, okay, you could be moving into something, but onto, if you're not moving into, you're moving on to a reliable path. My goodness. Okay. Lovers in reverse. So that's someone that didn't have your back to begin with. Let me get this right here. This is Gemini. Okay, let's see. Manifestations of the Knight of Wands in reverse again. So Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands, there's where all that fire, the root. So there's a root issue that's coming back around. Hey, hang on, I don't know what's happening on the chat. So, okay, hi, all right. Oh, there you go. I said the Nine of Swords is the worry and the anxiety, but if the Eight of Swords is in reverse, it never gets to the 9 nor the 10. Does that make sense? Because you already took the blindfold off, because you already freed yourself. And then I mentioned freedom at the beginning. Okay, so, well, okay. About this Lovers in reverse, so this is not, so there's a duality here. So there is a duality here. About love and money, wow, and very clear. All right. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And this is the duality. Messages, what was that? Hang on. Oh, wow, okay. So we started with the Temperance in reverse. And boundaries right up behind it. Somebody's doing yard work somewhere. Here's the 9 of Pentacles. And it's in reverse. So was the 8. The 7 was not. So I have a stable foundation. We started with Cancer, which is foundation and support of a foundation, a stable foundation. And then I have messages rushing in about these blockages now. So now this energy is blocked, apparently. Let's see, because of a clear love decision. And the 10 of Wands in reverse. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. I might get a couple Romance Angel cards because there was a clear choice in that took place or is taking place. A mature connection. Calling in your soulmate in reverse. So there's other people's resources, power, and life or death issues was a lesson, or it's karmic, or it is something to learn from and heal from and grow from, or not. And that's a choice. So I have this could be the one in reverse and soulmate in reverse. So moving on to a new connection making. So somebody's been hanging on for a while. Friends, let your friends help you. So there's the friends and who or what is around you energy again. That's Gemini. A lot of communication between this energy. I'm surprised we didn't see well, I don't think we saw the 3 of Pentacles because you already have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not juggling anything. So there's no reason to collaborate with it. Okay. All right. Wow. New love. There you go. All right. New love. You said new connections. Freeing yourself is in reverse. I'm taking that as you've completely freed yourself, and whatever needs to work itself out, you're gonna just let it. Wedding in reverse. Okay, so all that is ending. Let's see. Heart-to-heart conversations in reverse. So you're not communicating with this energy. You made a decision possibly not to, because it doesn't involve heart-to-heart conversations. It's about something else. All right. True love is in reverse. Very, very clear here. This energy is over, or you're over. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're over it. It's unrequited love. My goodness, in reverse. So you're over it, and that tells me so much. And this energy that is trouble and anxiety, and there will not be. Okay, I want you to say that again, because I didn't even say that before. There will not be this. You got a retreat maybe coming up very soon. All right. Release your ex. Free yourself in reverse. You're right. Clearly an ex energy with free yourself in reverse. That is doing whatever they do while you free yourself. Religious factors in reverse. Past life relationship in reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got something worth waiting for. You could be flirting, or there could be somebody flirting with you. Finances and career. It's like you're not worried about it. They're not affecting you at this time. It's in reverse. Reconciliation in reverse. Okay, so this is wild. Oh, look at that. Okay, hang on. Getting to know each other in reverse. So that really could mean you may not have even met this person, because new love did show up. And Yeah, so I don't know, you're attracting something new, getting to know you're not attracting what you already know. Maybe somebody new. Not for everybody. True love is in reverse. We came back to that. Reconciliation in reverse. Okay, so that's all repeating itself. And so we don't need to do that. Alrighty. We got an Empress energy, that's Libra. And this is attraction. And it's upright. Attraction with the Empress. So, balanced feminine energy, attracting a balanced masculine energy. Why not? All right, so here we go. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. Here was the juggling, the root issue. Didn't I say something about the root? So the root of some kind of juggling. And since the healing is not literal, something wasn't literal maybe, but since the healing isn't linear, it's coming back around. Interesting. Let's see. No longer putting work in. Okay, you're not putting work in. Other people aren't putting work in to, okay, so this is like dissolving maybe on its own. That's, I don't know. Somebody's juggling, but let's shuffle. I just don't like to do it over my cards because then they get all messed up and then I gotta spend time to fix them. And I guess that would be okay, but I'm just trying to, utilize everyone's time here, including my own. All right, this energy couldn't walk away. Now, excuse me, Eight of Cups in reverse, not moving to that wish fulfillment, not moving to that Nine of Cups, leaves one draining. This is emotions. Seven of Cups, stays in the emotions, not moving to the Eight of Cups, which then will go to the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. And Ten of Cups is completion. And a Queen of Cups and a King of Cups coming together. Ace of Swords is in reverse. This is not having a victory. There's an energy that's not, obviously, it's showing that it's not. It didn't, and it won't. Something like that. I think that's an ambulance. Seven of Cups. Again, confirmation that this was emotionally draining, juggling some of conversations with other people about your actions. I don't know, over-explaining yourself, possibly. A Two of Cups. Okay, this is where I pulled the new love with the first romance angel card, and the Two of Cups is here. So this is two energies coming together. Why is that ambulance still going? All right, there's manifestations taking place, come from your actions. You could be keeping those from this energy that you're not communicating with, and then therefore this energy has no clue. Alrighty, so we've got again with the Seven of Cups. Okay, that's what causes the trouble or the anxiety or the poor decisions or the reckless choices. I just saw the Three of Swords. Here, where is it? I don't know. Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords equal 10 swords. We started with 10 swords in reverse. That Seven of Swords came up in this deck upright as well. There's some kind of unrequited love having to do with this Seven of Swords. And so therefore, what about that? You've got both of these twos in reverse here. 22 is significant right here with this unrequited love. Again, the blindfold is off. You're not, this other energy is unable to make good choices now. Tower in reverse, Magician in reverse, Three of... So it put, what I think of earlier, and I should have wrote it down, darn it. About I sit here and try to think of that. Okay, sadness. It's a lot of cups. Okay, this is 2 cups behind you and 3 cups on the ground. So it depends on where your attention is going. This individual's head is down, so it's time to put your head up. Hold your head up. Okay, so hold your head up. What is that? I want to say Uriah Heep. I don't even listen to these bands, but no, maybe it's not. I don't know. Somebody might know. Here's that 10 of Cups in reverse. Alrighty, stop. Okay. Another 5, 55, 22. Got 10, 10, 1, 0, 1, 0. I got 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Not left out in the cold. Freeing yourself. 6 of Cups in reverse. Wow. So the 7 of Cups, this energy is like going backwards. It's not taking an honest reflection of the past as well. Something new and different about these discoveries, and this is what's coming to light. The past is showing up here heavily with a King of Wands in reverse, all that fire. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. High Priestess and Queen of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. King of Wands. Not being seen, celebrated, or recognized. Another 6. That's 6, 6, 6 with the King of Wands energy, Virgo energy, Leo, Aries, Pisces. You're free from this. You're independent. Okay, so an energy you get is like, I don't know what, I'm not going to look into what this energy is doing. Let's see what more of this outcome might be. King of Cups in reverse. This is the energy that was the opposite of what you're attracting. You're attracting the opposite. I felt like that duality back here. And duality, isn't duality, wouldn't that be considered opposite energies? So you're meeting an energy, the absolute opposite of what you didn't want. Which is, wouldn't that be then what you do want, right? All right, something like that. The 7 of Cups. You're moving forward. Regardless, it looks like 10 of Cups in reverse again. And the High Priestess. So you used your intuition or whatever crafty stuff with that. Crafty. Something about crafty. With being crafty. You were crafty with your home. Crafty with something. With the 4 of Wands. With the community. And I don't mean crafty in a, I don't know, what is this crafty? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Cups upright. I don't know. What's crafty about? So crafty, you can be crafty and do, create. Yeah. Depends on which side of the coin you're on. Oh my gosh, the moon. There's the moon twice and the sun. So it depends on which side of the coin you're on here with this duality. And whatever fears are being like highlighted and illuminated. Here's that 3 of Pentacles in reverse that I said was you're not putting hard work toward because you weren't going to collaborate with something you want. The Ace of Pentacles was in reverse too. Okay, it wasn't going to go anywhere. And we started with here's that 8 of Swords I was talking about. That was in the other deck. Going in your favor again, over and over again. Something about when the time is right. Page of Wands in reverse. Getting news that you are completely free. Because I talked about these swords. All right, the Page of Wands in reverse would be somebody not taking news well. Page of Wands in reverse, or receiving news well. Because Page of Wands upright would be receiving good news, being open to be able to receive good news. And so this is not, okay, so you could have had something really great happen, and this is not good news for this energy over here that you've freed yourself from. Ten of Cups in reverse. Because some kind of, it's like you skipped, okay, so maybe something about skipping, you skipped injustice, skipping. Well, whatever was skipped was an injustice, I suppose, here with Libra. Libra, and now there's a fire truck, injustice. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. That's the sword that cut you free, though. Okay, so you noticed something. What did you notice? Ten of Cups in reverse. Competition. So this was based upon some kind of pattern that was developed that you don't want to be a part of anymore. Now the strength is upright. You had the strength and the courage to break free from this pattern. You know, you can call it whatever you want. Breaking free from attachments, breaking generational curses, releasing toxic energy. But it's still all the same. Even if you don't use that language, it's still courage and it's strength, and it comes from within, right? 2, stand your ground with an injustice. Here it is. And what is that? These conversations were an injustice. Other people and their resources. So what about that? Judgment is here. All right, so Judgment is here to bring about the best possible outcome. It's not here to pick apart a situation. And the Sun is in reverse. And the King of Pentacles. Temperance. The best possible outcome. Temperance, upright. And we started with Temperance in reverse on this deck over here. Reckless decisions. Sun in reverse. But I said the best possible outcome. So this wasn't the best possible outcome. So the universe has a better outcome to this Ace of Swords in reverse. So, of course, what would that be? I think I just saw the Tower. So a Tower with whatever is not going to withstand the Tower. Tower. Whatever is not going to withstand the Tower. With, okay, so the energy could be returning. Queen of Swords in reverse. My goodness. Hi. Knight of Wands in reverse. That's way doing too much here with actions and other people's resources and then overly doing something. And Towers being involved due to that over-involvement. So there's some kind of over-involvement. Good, thank you. Over-involvement with looking and spying and not doing it for any other purpose other than what? Other than what? Knight of Swords in reverse. To choose battles and compete? I don't know. But, so that would tell me, choose your battles carefully. Because not every battle needs a reaction. Reaction. Moon says reactions. Not everything deserves, not only not needs. Not everything deserves a reaction. Sorry. And that's true. Okay. This energy's not moving to calmer waters with this Tower. So it's like universe stepped in, Tower occurs, and then it's facing something now. So it's time to face something. That Seven of Cups that keeps coming up. Emotions. Facing the emotions. Nine of Swords is in reverse. What was that other? Four of Swords is in reverse. That's very much an unrest. Our expectance of unrest. Page of Swords in reverse. Somebody's coming back or not. Excuse me. I don't know. But, all right. I might have to take these because there's that Ten of Swords and I was talking about the Knight of Cups. Wow. So you're like not paying this energy any mind with the Four of Cups. I got the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, you know your worth or something. I got the Emperor, Aries energy. Here's a Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords is now upright. So this is desirable or something. A Nine of Cups. And there's that ending. So, oh, and look, there's that competition. And here is the Devil in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. Justice in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh my gosh, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So those are the actions of some. And I could sum it up as, you know, this energy didn't understand there is order in chaos. So it's creating chaos. But there is still an order to it, the sun. The order comes from what is being brought to light by the universe, not by this conversation over here with Ten of Cups in reverse. So there's a lot of outside involvement that is coming up here. Okay, so you're not, okay, somebody could have been doing something because they had nothing better to do. I don't know. That Fool in reverse, that confirms that what I just said. So this is not having a new beginning as expected. You're not juggling because you made that judgment. Somebody else is juggling their, let's see, what is this Fool in reverse? Not having, that's the news. Somebody's receiving, there's a fear being illuminated here. It's not to project onto others, it is to take a look at and again, get to the root issue and heal, not to carry it on, right? I mean, the idea is not to carry it on. All right, so all right, the Seven of, I almost said Seven of Swords again. Okay, we have a lot of sevens. I didn't see the Seven of Pentacles, but I saw all the other sevens, and some of them more than once. So many sevens involved here. Sixes and sevens. This is unable to stand your ground, or you're not going to stand your ground. There's nothing to stand, you're not coming to the battle, so why would you need to defend yourself? I said something about over-explaining, or you're not over-explaining something. This other energy is feeling defensive. And this is not free. This is dependent. And we did see the Nine of Pentacles upright before. So this is what you're freeing yourself on. This Three of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So. I don't know. What else do I want to look at here? What's up with this trouble? Ace of Wands in reverse? Knight of Wands in reverse? Ace of Cups. Wow. Oh no. Sun in reverse. Overextending love somewhere. I don't know, something about overextending love, or you're not overextending love. Ten of Cups in reverse. Not overextending yourself to this energy. That did a little spin. Spin the wheel. Maybe spin the wheel. I don't know. What is our roulette wheel? Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's unable to manifest and have a new beginning and or learn something new or not, what is that? So it would be not receiving something as a life or death issue. So if something was expected, it's not been being received as expected. So that was then therefore a disappointment. We've got 2 pages in reverse, and this one again. So spine looking at is about having a one-up that putting up yourself in a position due to self-entitlement or something. Lovers in reverse. This is an 11 X or something. Or something of the nature of that. Like 2 separate ways here. 7 of Swords. My goodness. Finding new ways to approach something. High Priestess, use your intuition here. Page of Cups, upright, Empress. All right, so we started with the Empress. Page of Cups. It's not, this Page of Cups is not going to fool an Empress. Whatever that energy is, whether it's, whatever it is, but it is carrying deception. Overly defensive with the 9 of Wands in reverse. Immature, overly defensive, and here the battle comes. Knight of Swords, rushing in with or about a 2 of Cups. Because of 2 of Cups and soul connections. Alrighty. Let's get a couple more. Act with clarity. You're being asked to act with clarity in your actions. Act with clarity. 2 cards of action. 3 cards of action. Mars. Sorry. As the Sun is definitely a card of action. Stay in the flow. There's a fantasy land here. You or somebody's heart's desire. There's a scale of balance occurring though. Wow. Give up control. This was about control. Other people, resources. No longer a mystery. And that 7 of Swords is no longer a mystery, which is lies or deception or strategies. This has to do with unlocking your heart. So there is someone with the key to unlock your heart here. So, excuse me, stay in the flow. Because there's a divine flow with the Wheel of Fortune. Steer clear of the reactions. Ignite ambition. There's a mirage. And I didn't see what the word before mirage was. One last move. There's the card of moving again. One last move, or somebody wants to make one last move. Isn't that a walk on the beach? Yes, it is. Those are feet on a beach. Footprints, what is that? The invisible footprints saying, you know. Okay, well anyway, one last move. Doesn't it usually show a beach? Gentle release, yeah, that's what I felt. Gentle release. One last move, so you could be moving to the beach in a gentle release. I don't know. Here's an emerging dawn. Something about the morning is significant, or dawn. Dawn of time with the sun. Something about the dawn of time. So the birth of creation, because I have a lot of creation in this reading here. Seek clarity. There's an emerging dawn. Seek clarity. Also being each and every new day is a new day. It's about the journey, not the destination. There's been hurtful events. Fantasy land. So there's been a lot of hurtful events from Fantasyland. Oh goodness, okay, I'm gonna take this one first. There's small steps, gentle release, and small steps. The universe is gentle. Divinely guided. So you have an energy here that is divinely guiding you with small steps. And I have wise counsel and getting advice. So, well, on your guided journey of what you subscribe to is wise counsel or getting advice. And I don't know if the advice is so wise because it's on the flip side of wise counsel. So one form of communication versus another form of communication. There's that duality. It came out sideways. Okay. So duality with communication. You could be making plans, and this is a door to a building and it's open. So again, with that kind of, and there's a fantasy hand. Let's see, emerging dawn. Okay, so you see every day as a new day, and that is kind of unfathomable to energy that cannot do that. Creating a new identity. Fantasyland. Emerging dawn. I don't know. What is this? Conversations over here. Feather of hope. My goodness. Feathers are significant. Ancestral energy, generational energy, messages. And if that is over here on the divinely guided and wise counsel. So angel messages. Okay. Happiness is simple, and that is the message. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.